it's going to give you everything you need to put a patient in. It has 2 IV poles, a place to put the patient on, and then a mattress. All right, so instead of doing that, pause. All right, put that back in. What we're going to do is I want you to flip the bed or the box up and then just slip the cardboard off. All right, now from this side, you'll lift up and then you lift up from that side. So Martina's helping, that way it doesn't roll off. All right, here, first thing we're gonna do is remove the mattress and put it aside. Just right over here. So one person pick up one side, the other one pick up the other. All right, so we see this is sandwiched up. First thing we gotta do is we have 2 straps here. Wilkerson, you see these straps over here? Just want you to get a good perspective. Yep. So let's undo these straps, 1 and 2. So you can get that one on the bottom, Martinez. Get that of it, you get the foot. All right. So you don't want to pull it, you just want to let it go as needed. What you don't want to do is snap any of these wires in here. And you can see I have wheels on one side and I have feet on the other. Why do I have wheels? Because that's the head of the bed. That's where the patient's head is going to go. And the feet is where the patient's feet will go. Inside on the bottom portion here, you'll see there's this pouch under here. Under here I have the IV pulls, and then I have these arcs that are a head support and a foot support. So for some patients, let's say they've lost a lot of blood, what I want to do is elevate the feet so they don't go into shock. And then you also want to elevate the head. It could do the same thing, reduce swelling, help give that patient more of a fighting chance or whatever they need. All right, so let's open it up and let's put it on in its position. So into a vertical position, you have the slide on there. If you have too much tension, you don't want to break it. Just loosen this up. All right, give it a try. All right, easier? So you don't want to do is force it. If I'm forcing tension against it, what does that mean? It means I'm probably breaking something. So that's not our objective on here. All right, so let's do a quick walk around. Am I secure on this side? What I want to do is slide that in place there. I want to make sure this one is slid into there. And for all 4 of these little A-frames here. Are we good? We put both brakes on there. That way we can access the stuff in the bottom and it's not moving around. So I have these pouches on the bottom. What I'm going to do is undo these. And you can do it for the head portion too, Martinez. Wilkerson, undo this one. So that one's gonna go on, just get that one on the side. Get it through here, just look at it for 1 second. And then pull tight. And not too tight, because he has to do it on the other side. Once he's connected on the other side, you can tell it's easy to get it through. Go around the pole. And then when we get back to the buckle, just open it up and put the canvas ribbon right through. All right. Just give it a little snug. Opening is on Wilkerson's side over there. Just go ahead and remove all the content. All right, so in here, we have you can say, hey, my patient plaque or whatever. We're just gonna put that aside because once I use that, it has to be replaced and I don't wanna have to expend those materials. So in here, I have the instruction manual. You only get the instruction manual once you guys set it up. Not everything's perfect, but it is a little bit self-explanatory. When you see this instruction manual, it has pictures in here and it provides an explanation. Some of the explanations are a little bit lengthy. Good thing I'm here to explain it for you. Place these right in. And then there's this pin right here that just slides right in. So the pin goes in. And that's it. Head of the bed, like I have 2 different drips on here. You can use this stabilizer bar in between. And then what this does is allows you to put different either equipment on there. A little keyway. And then if we look at here, this is a key. So keyway goes into the keyhole and now it's not going anywhere. Now I want to arcs. Now what do these do? This allows the patient's head or legs to raise. So this essentially is the same thing as like if you have a recliner in your couch, it's going to allow you to recline back and forth. Come this way. So if you guys see on here, I have a little cam. This is essentially a tensioner that allows this thing to go up and down. This part right here has a little groove. And what that's going to do is attach to the head of the bed. You'll attach to this first. And then once that is nice and free moving, what you don't want to do is bind this and snap it. If you snap it, it becomes pointless. So what I'm going to do is slide it into here. In order to slide it, these little teeth on here have to be facing towards the bare metal part on here. So the teeth on this cam have to be facing towards that. So what I'll do is just slide it in, and it might get stuck. If it does, there is a locking mechanism in here that will just move out of the way and just slide it down. Now I can put all my body weight on here and it won't go down. So this provides plenty of strength for the patient to lean against here. And this just goes into a hole right on here. It can go on either side or other if they want it on the left or the right. So we'll just set it up onto this side just to show you. And it's the same thing as IV poles. It's just a little key and that goes into there. This will go on top. That gets locked in. And then the patient's tray will go right here. And this can be for the medication, their food, etc. Cool. But on the other side, so we're gonna hook it into here. And then we're going to have the teeth on this little cam meet there, and then we'll just slide it down. So now they have a foot elevation. Open this plastic, I'm gonna leave it on, but you just lay it on top, and now the patient has a nice, comfortable bed where they can receive treatment. All right.